Hey everybody, it's Chris, and I'm here doing a Top 5 Wednesday video for you guys. And Top 5 Wednesday was created by Ginger Reads Laney. I'm going to put a link to her channel and the Goodreads group for Top 5 Wednesday in the description box below. This week's Top 5 Wednesday video is Top 5 books that you would like to see as a television show, not as a movie. This is really timely because now with The Shadowhunters becoming a television show, and me being kind of really excited about it. Usually, what happens when books become movies is I get really, really excited and then I get let down tremendously. This happens with books that I've read that become movies. I hadn't actually read The Hunger Games before the movie came out, or yeah, that's the only one I can think of right now. But like books like some of the books on this list, one of the books on this list, and a couple other books I can think of, I just got really let down by the movies. So television shows allow you to just possibly cover this book more authentically and cover everything and not leave major things out. And so I really, really do like when books become television shows. I liked Nine Lives of Chloe Kings to some extent. I think I liked it a lot better than if they had tried to do it in a movie for sure. And I'm just going to get started on my list. I'm going to go backwards. I actually did rank these this time. Usually I don't, but this time I ranked them. Number 5 is The Chronicles of Nick series by Sherilyn Kenya. This book has actually been in talks to become a movie. I'm pretty sure it's on like a to-watch list for books that are going to become a movie. Not this one, but the first book, Infinity. This is the third book, which I haven't even read yet. But this book is about Nick Gautier, and he finds out he's some type of supernatural creature. So a lot of people he knows supernatural creatures. There's a lot of supernatural stuff going on around him, and I just think that a television show would show Nick in a light that would allow you to see how he develops and see how he adapts to the world that he kind of gets thrown into a lot better than a movie could, but I'm still excited for the movie. I think this is actually a book that movie could go very well, but I would just really, really love to see this as a television show and see kind of how I've been reading it. Each little thing that happens to him as he keeps learning more about the people around him, as he keeps learning more about who he is in a television series, I think it'd be really interesting. And I like supernatural kind of television shows, so that's something. Number 4 is a book series that I've talked about a lot by Peter Wolford, and that's the Turning 16 series, or what it's been rebranded as the Sam Dorsey and the Gay Popcorn series. This series, I really, really, absolutely loved the first one. I really loved the first book, and then I hated the second book. But this is why I think I like it as a television series. I hated the second book as something to read. I think I'm watching it. I feel like I've watched shows like it, and I've enjoyed it. This second book has a lot of drama in it, relationship dramas for the character of Sam, and he does something that's just really unthinkable and unlikable for me, and that I don't think he should be forgiven for, but he kind of is in the book. I think seeing that played out in a television show would be very different. It'd be kind of like a drama comedy, kind of like the shows Faking It and Awkward on MTV. I think this book series would fit really well as an MTV show, to be honest. So that's why I thought about this book on being on the list, because I just think I'd actually love it as a television series. Number 3 on my list is The Gay Youth Chronicles by Mark Riordan. I've actually only read one book in the series so far. There's like 30 books in this series, guys. This is a really huge, huge series about coming out and growing up and loving yourself and loving other people and facing issues. If this thing has stuff about bullying, homophobia, suicide. There's so many different themes in the course of these 30 different books. Um, and it's all with characters that are sometimes interrelated, or they meet, or you might have like there's a suggested order to read this book series in, but I think the TV series could start off anywhere because this is a book series that spans between 1940s to 21st century. It is supernatural. It has fantasy elements sometimes. Sometimes a ghost, and the ghost might be characters that you met in previous books. It is a really crazy series that I think would just be really, 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 really good as a TV series. I don't think I feel like if it wouldn't even work as a movie because it's just so much going on in the series. Number 2 is the Heroes of Olympus series, but really we have to start off with Percy Jackson and the Olympians and do that over because the movie failed so miserably for me. I didn't like the two movies. I felt like they skipped a lot of the plot line, especially after after really rereading the first book and realizing how different it was from the movie. It just needs a second shot. I love the Heroes of Olympus series a lot more than the Percy Jackson series, and I wanted to get there, obviously, because I love Leo, I love Piper, I love Nico, Rena, these characters in the second series a lot more, but you'd have to start off with Percy Jackson series and start it from the beginning as a television series where we follow a demigod, because who wouldn't love a television series about demigods? Like, come on, that would be awesome. I want to be a demigod. You'd want to be a demigod. You'd be watching this like, man, those powers are cool. I want to be that. I want to be Kid Aphrodite. I want to be this person, Kid. You know, it would just be good. It would just be good. It should happen. We should get a do over. We want a do over. I want a do over. I can't speak for other people, but number one is a book series. It's probably never gonna get. This is never gonna happen because the author doesn't want her books to become movies or television shows. I think at least I know she doesn't want her books to become movies. So I feel like she's made a statement like that. And that is one of my favorite series ever, my favorite fantasy series, the Circle of Magic book series by Tamora Pierce. It was the first fantasy book that I read was Sandra's book. My teacher, Mrs. Bright, in elementary school, handed me this book, Sandra book, and it was the first one I read, and I loved it so much. I continued reading the series, completely out of order, but I continued reading the series. Um, and the fact of the matter is, it just be so good as a television series. You're following these four kids who learn that they have magic and get sent off to the school to train and become really top level uh, magic users in this world. They become top level because of their friendship together and the circle that they form. The four of them, they form this like circle of friendship. This is the circle of magic, and they become so good at what they do and are so strong. And it's just like, and it would be really great as a television series. And then there's another 4 books in the next series. The Circle opens. The Circle reforges after that. There's just be so good to follow these 4 characters. And I thought I said this for a movie question once, and I just thought about it when I got this list that it would be so much better as a television show because you'd get to follow each of them in different time periods. Like you could honestly cover all 4 books of the series at once and just kind of hop between each character and the things that they're going through, in their own little separate parts of the world. At least in the Circle Reforged and the Circle Opens because they separate then. And I think that would just be, you could do it really well. Of course, you could easily screw it up, but you could do it really well. You could. And I think that would just be fantastic. It just probably isn't going to happen. I don't know if Tamora Pierce has thought about her books becoming a television show. I'm sure she has by now. But I know she didn't want them to be movies, so I don't think that would change for television show very much. That's it for this Top 5 Wednesday. I have like a little mini announcement, and that is that I have an author page up on Facebook, and you guys should go like it. That'd be really nice. I'd love you forever. And basically on that page, there's just going to be updates about my writing, what's happening with it. You can see the first 3 chapters of my book Catalyst as of tomorrow, or maybe today, because I think, yes, today, when I actually post this. And then I also will have links to where you can get my book, His Perfect Match, which is going to be released for free as part of the Emma Romance anthology, and when that comes out in a few months. So you guys can go and like that page for all of those updates, and that'd be really, really, really duper, super duper nice. Like and subscribe if you want to keep being super duper nice, and totally tell me what books you think would be good television shows. Because I feel like this is a question where it's like some people, the books they think would be good television shows, some people would think it'd be better movies and things like that. So I like to see what you guys think about my list and about what your list would be. So there you go. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, and or whatever day you're watching this. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.